my craft, you know? I feel like I get better every single time.
The thing that's great about observing is you don't have to wear anything on the bottom, just the top half.
Oh yeah, I guess there is a camera there. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know how to reply to that. I wasn't naked, if that's what you're asking. But
Why not?
I can be.
You should have taken full advantage.
I mean, you can do that with casting. Chad's casted in his boxes
doing it right
before.
now.
Oh,
yeah,
Jesus,
well,
put it away,
that didn't end well when he did that, did he?
No, well.
We learned our lesson.
Not for some. Well, we're into the pistol, Harry. Map 2 here. HellRaisers just falling short on Vertigo. They had a lead at one point, but it was crumbled beneath them. G2 with a strong first map. Nuki getting picked up on long. Of course, it's Jax to open up. He was the hero of Vertigo with a 30 bomb, and he's not done just yet. Flarich in the pit. Was he spotted by that jump, though? Hard to get into this position. They need to throw a flash to force Angel out so they can send someone in. And even then, it's only to try and take down Flarich, who looks to force a fight himself. He's found 2 big kills from Flarich. He's put Nexus down to 3. Amanek killing his teammate as well. That is not how you wanted this round to go here for G2. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. HellRaisers get the pistol. Amanek, I don't even think that... I don't even know he team killed, but I don't even think they were that in the way of his crosshair.
No, I think he flicked to them.
Yeah, I think he flicked to them as well. That makes it even worse. Oh, well. G2.
I need to put my glasses on. These are nice shots from Flarich. He hid so deep in the pit that, you know, Hunter jumped, he didn't see anything. And
oh,
then,
he was blind.
Can't really blame him then. But yeah, no, really good hiding in the pit from Flarich. Not spotted at all, coming out late when G2 had already discounted that position, thinking that, you know, if he's here, he would have peeked us by now, surely. Not the case. Flash out mid. Watch out, number 9, Scooby. Oh, he's got 2. Flarich going to help him out as well, but the trade is in for G2. It comes at a cost, 2 on 4. The bomb dropped out in mid.
Oh, Jax getting blinded there. Didn't spot Flarich. Up on short. We'll drop on down towards CT. There's a little window where they try and get up onto the catwalk, and Jax is actually going to win that fight. He'll leave the cap right now. Kenny hoping he can find something on the wall bank, and right now not looking great for that. Jax has gone running in through long, trying to split this from the crossroads, and he'll at least get the information that there's no one on short, there's no one on A. That means for G2, they know that all 3 of these players are down in mid. With that kill coming in, it's just become a very, very hard round for Jax.
Oh, you can see the shadow. He knows, Harry. And he might actually get very deep. The window player's not watching it. Oh, Jax, he's got a kill. Still low HP. The crossfire is here. This should be able to solidify the round. The swing off the back of that peak with the scout, and Crush will find it. But for a second, just for a second, that looks like a doable round. Forced by not quite working out there for G2. They get close, but no cigar. Losing that bomb in middle was the biggest problem. They had a 2-on-2 there. They had a chance, or 2-on-3 rather. They had a chance to make that work, but with no package, there's no place to go.
Yeah, and obviously you have to look at the context of that bomb drop. The reason that they're able to trade and the reason that they're able to make that round look doable is because there's 3 players sat on the bomb in mid. So, you know, it's like maybe if the bomb hadn't have been dropped, yeah, they could have found a bomb plot perhaps, but I doubt you would have seen those same rotations from the HR side. So, second round on the board, they get that conversion, they deal with the force spike adequately, and now they have a chance to make money in this round here and now.
Angel is getting curious in lower. He's pushed up in. Oh, he spots a couple of players and just wants to bail. Doesn't want to overcommit there. G2, oh, they get hit by a nade. Down to 20 HP for 2 of them. Flarich can finish it off with a Molotov, but just have to smoke short. Jax, nice dig there. Finding Nuki. It's a gun dropped out in middle. But G2 can't exactly get to it with ease. Scooby is waiting. Spam on the doors and Scooby getting hit. Should push him back. I wonder if one of these cat players will fall off and try and assist in the CT spawn. Instead, Flash is going to be setting up a flashbang. Angel getting aggressive with it. No one here. They just move in. Unfortunate timing for Angel, and he decides to smoke it off and fall back. 35 seconds. G2 still have to get to a bomb site with this bomb, and HellRaisers aren't giving them much of an entry.
With Nexa getting so deep out at long, Angel does have to be careful on this swing, but he'll at least consider that as a possibility. And now with that kill coming through, this should just be the cleanup for HellRaisers. Amanek looking for this kill, but he's not going to get rewarded anytime soon. And with... Oh, that kill comes in. Flourish. Oh! Oh, Kenny's not going to get any money now, though, and that's not great. That's not great indeed. Oh, he's grabbed an M4,
Sneaky.
and what a long arm play from Kenny. Swings his big old grabbers out and just takes that with him into the next round.
Do you call your arms grabbers?
Mate, they
How
are.
much community service have you done? You know, you're just picking up trash all around.
Yeah, man, that's... Yeah, I'm even duoing with some, so, you know, it's a fun
No,
world.
Jakey went back up to the observer room.
Oh, okay, okay.
Sorry, I had to deflect that. Oh, Kenny. He is out and long, out and about. Do they realize Crush does? Nade coming in. Oh, artillery barrage here. Kenny's down to 50. Flash to follow, and Crush has tucked himself in the corner. Does Kenny read this? Right eye peek, and he hits the tag. Crush gonna swing. It's all he's got. It's the only chance he has to stay alive, and he's found Kenny in the corner. Jax not able to assist his teammate there. Definitely could have helped out, considering there was no AWP on long on his position. And yeah, G2, they don't do anything off the back of this. There was a timing Hunter could have gotten up catwalk, but decides against it. And now Nuki has fallen back up long to watch for this play. G2 just really hoping that HellRaisers give them a kill here, but there's no reason to with a man advantage.
I'm feeling like a mid to B split now. Those smokes going in to facilitate the push. Crush still has that AWP, and he's watching from the crossroads. Angel, crossfire set up with Flourish, and they've made quick work of this B play. HellRaisers 4-0. No sign of budging yet on this CT side. They're continuing to go flawless.
Yeah, even into the first rifle, getting a free AWP from Kenny. Crush picked that up once he got the kill on Dumpster. So a huge upgrade as well for the likes of HellRaisers. They will take that every day of the week. Should be thrown over to Nuki now. Barish has looked good as well. 3 kills in that one. He's up to 9 and 2. Nuki yet to frag, as are 3 players from the G2 side of things, but it's just Jax trying to keep this French team alive.
Not entirely fair. Amanek has 2 kills, but one of them is on Kenny, and then the other, I don't know who it's on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, still fragging. Not necessarily always the right team, but hey, Flourish now reaching double digits with that kill coming through. And this is grinded to a halt. G2, they were hoping to just go barreling down short on the back of some utility, but the Molotov delays that push. They'll decide against it. Scooby over here in mid, the Krieg by his side, but it's not his friend right now. That kill goes the way of G2, and they've at least now got a rifle they can look to retrieve. It's in the prying eyes, though, of Angel here in CT, even as Hunter picks that up. Not the cleanest kill in the world. Crush still solidifying that 5th for the CTs, and yeah, it gets a little dicey, dicier than I thought it would.
Really nice flash, though, coming out from Crush in the B window. Angel being set up and just pushing through the CT spawn spoke to get a kill, or get 2, rather. Seeing nice teamwork here from HellRaisers on a map that, you know, no one's going to have any excuses not knowing how to play. And HellRaisers proving that. It may have been G2's pick in this series, but they're 5-0 down. A map up, so the pressure is somewhat off, but you know, you don't really want to get wrecked on your own map pick heading into the 3rd. So a pause for G2 to try and isolate the problems they're having.
Yeah, in spite of being only 5-0, in spite of being 5-0 down, important to remember we've only had 1 full buy-in from the G2 squad. This one now is their chance to finally put a stop to this hot streak that HellRaisers are on. And it's pretty insane to see one player, Flourish, over on the side of HellRaisers, finding such good impact over on the CT side of Dust2. It can be very easy to just avoid one player. But G2, they've been struggling. Everywhere they've gone, Flourish has been ready and waiting. This round, he's over down in pit. We've really seen him be a jack of all trades here for the HR squad. If you think back to the pistol, he got 4 kills from the pit, so he's feeling very, very confident and starts to aggress towards long. There's a smoke down there right now. I wonder if he's going to try and go through that. HellRaisers, they've got 3 players inside of this A bomb site. If G2 commit to this, they are walking into a stack.
Yeah, 3 inside of the bomb site, but 4 on this side of the map, so almost everyone here for HellRaisers except that AWP, but that could be a blessing in disguise for G2. They've got Kenny here at least. Utility being set up now to go for the execute. That molly from Angel is really going to make things annoying for G2. Kind of had to run through it. Oh, the goose molly though. Scooby getting caught. It looked like he could avoid it there in that position, but instead having to use a smoke and giving away the fact that he's on the site. Angel is going to be playing in tandem though with his teammate. 35 seconds as the cat play comes in. Angel, big frag. He can now hide and bunker in as he waits for Scooby to swing, but no. Nexa kills Angel, who goes back for more. Maybe too eager on the trigger. Bomb plant not coming down as Scooby does find Kenny S inside of the Hunter inside of the site, and Kenny S falling as well. Immediate trades from G2 keep this round on a knife's edge, but the retake will be on.
Flarish's aggressive position over towards long could really disrupt this round. However, G2 have spotted him out. Amanek found it. And now Nuki desperately hoping this P250 connects. It's not going to happen. Amanek with 3, Nexa on 2. AWP retrieved. And the first round on the board for G2.
At least converting, right, walking into that full stack from HellRaisers. It looked like he could have gotten dicey. Scooby, he gets molly, he smokes off his position, and still G2 don't check it. They're not aware of it for some reason, so a bit of a mistake on that side.
I think that might have been because they didn't see Angel inside of the bomb site, and so they didn't push after that molly gets extinguished. They kill Angel on the ramp, and I think that led them to believe that he was the goose player that they'd flushed out. So
actually,
already 3 players in the mouth of mid here, dropping these smokes that have fast mid to B play from G2. Scooby, good flashbang, and Angel. Oh, there it is, the MP9 reigning supreme. 4 kills from him, smoke pushing those mid smokes, and that is just a disaster for G2.
Yeah, tip-tapping away with that MP9, low on ammo, and he still gets the final kill in all that madness. Really nice stuff from Angel. He has constantly proven himself to be one of those IGLs who can just get on the scoreboard and dominate. Obviously, this roster is a new one, and we kind of had low expectations in this group, but right now, stepping up to the plate, 6-1, G2 find a round, HellRaisers immediately respond, and the fact that G2 only got away with 2 in the previous means that money is going to begin to be an issue.
That's the thing, these G2T sides have been looking weak on a lot of maps. It's the CT side where they really seem to come into their own. And that's the one thing, with this map pick going so well for HellRaisers and building up this huge scoreline, 6-1 with another partial investment from G2, so a chance to make it 7-1 and a good chance at that. You're not going to get much of a CT side unless you turn this around sometime soon.
Yuki, he hits a 2-for-1 there in middle, putting Amanek down to 10 after Hunter's killed. Flashes are good though. He avoided the first, but the second one will push him back, and that gives G2 the room to make their way up catwalk. Yuki aware of this factor though. Coming back towards the A site, swapping with Angel, who will be down in CT. G2 don't look like too keen, like they want to commit it. Could go for another mid to B play. They have 1 smoke, 2 flashes. Kenny's setting a flash up for mid, but HellRaisers, they have this covered from a crossfire between Scooby and Angel. Obviously only 1 smoke, so only one of these 2 players can be countered by G2. You would imagine Nexa throws that into the spawn, the more standard spot, but Angel moves in, and that's a kill from Kenny. It's a huge one at that. It's opened up a huge window on this map, and G2, they don't even have to commit to be off the back of that. They have 50 seconds. They've opened up a pick onto the A site, and it's going to tempt them in. Pistols, though, up on catwalk is going to mean this is a hard engagement for G2. This scout has to continue to find opening kills. Flarich waiting on the bomb site with that M4, playing the timing peaks. Flash over, Jack's going to start to make his way around. Flaric, he's just got to be very careful here. But the flash is good from his teammate. He finds one. Nexa blind as well. And the tag is in, but it might be too late here for Kenny. Flaric getting a lot of damage off. Amanek killing his teammate on long. And somehow G2 are back in this round. They may be low, but it's a 2-on-2, and that bomb is getting planted.
Oh, and Amanek's got another. Oh no! HellRaisers, it's only Scooby left up. 1 versus 2. Amanek and Kenny still to find. And admittedly, they've got 13 points of health between them. It's not impossible for Scooby. It's this crossfire that's so deadly. How does he even get past the AWP at long? He does have a flashbang. That's how he can maybe look to get him off the angle. Didn't see anyone on that jump peak, and he spots at that bomb. Too far tick, so he's just got to back out of the round. G2, somehow, 13 points of health. They'll find the clutch.
This round here is the first round that G2 have found themselves in a big number advantage situation late. They've only found 2 opening kills within these 8 rounds, 1 coming on pistol and 1 coming on a save round. They need to start activating Kenny and finding opening picks if they want to have any success here.
And so hopefully this round is a bit of a confidence booster for Kenny, right? He goes from bottom of the board for G2 to stepping up, looking so valuable there to create the space necessary for that round to come in. And he's had that AWP put into his hands. Runs the gauntlet down through mid. Ballsy to say the least, and he's going to spot 3 players crossing. I wonder if for G2 that's just enough info for them to go, yep, let's go up catwalk into this A site. It certainly feels like it. Oh. And Kenny, oh, Nuki's in the air. Kenny still finding frags regardless, and this round is over. Make no mistake about it, G2, they'll be quick on the mark with a 3rd.
Yeah, this full wrap through T-Spawn. I don't know if Amanek's going to hear it, but he should be aware at a certain point. Lots of noise being made by HellRaisers, and Amanek doesn't seem to have cottoned on just yet, but that will change. Kenny spots a player, and he... What? That looked like a headshot. But regardless, Amanek still finds the kill, and Angel is only a peek away from death. Gets a bit dicey, finds a dink, but Scooby holding onto the AK here. He's definitely going to find some fights, and not favourable ones either. Jack's keeping up his skill from that previous map, and he's going to talk his way to a 3rd round here for G2. HellRaisers, they may have had that initial start, but you can see G2 start to build up confidence with every passing round.
Yeah, critically, another player finding his footing who struggled back on Vertigo is Amanek, right? And you think back to the other day, that double AWP between him and Kenny was one of their defining factors in that Mirage win over Windigo. Moving into the CT half, I'm really excited about the prospect of seeing that double AWP making its return and seeing how much impact Amanek can find. Because, you know, you think back to the round that spurred G2 onto these couple of victories in these last 2 rounds, and it was Amanek with that AWP on 11 points of health who made it feel doable. Change here from HellRaisers as they send Flaric in through the long doors. Nexa is waiting ever so patiently for this peak.
Oh, I like what Flaric just did there. He jumped. And, you know, I guess he was just spotting the box, but that sounds like he was boosting, and Nexa might think that there's someone in the long doors as a result. He's not falling for it. He checks it, and will eventually concede that position. Pressure being put on B by Amanek, but it is merely a fake. G2 with 4 players up catwalk. HellRaisers, how much they adjust off the back of this info with flashes going into middle. Smoke towards the doors. This is a convoluted fake considering it's still going to end up on A, and Yuki, he's getting flashed off the angle, can't hit the shot. More utility coming back in. HellRaisers decided to concede this site, allowing G2 to get a bomb plant in. It will be a 5-on-5 retake, but there are no kits for HellRaisers, nor utility in the post plant.
Yeah, and I mean, you could almost justify this one being a save as well if a kill doesn't come through soon for HR. Nuki with this AWP posted up at long is the man to try and find it. Angel waiting for that smoke peek. And yeah, HellRaisers, this looks like the save call. They're bowing out of this round. We might have a round where 10 players survive in this server.
Oh, I'm not sure about that. Amanek is still lurking mid. And he's let them pass. G2 not keen to take any fights here, and now they're starting to realize that this being a save, they want to go on the hunt. You definitely do if you're G2. You don't need 5 alive. You've already got absolutely tons of money. No one here to flash Amanek into B. But no one's watching the window. Crushes from the back. Scooby's super exposed. He's getting baited. He could die off this peak. Flashes in, but it is, well, who knows? A mess.
We like a bit of mystery.
Yeah.
And so
keep us on our toes.
You can tweet at us at ESLCS and let us know, how do you think that round went down? Use the hashtag ESL Pro League.
Hashtag clip it, Chad.
And maybe, yeah, if you want Chad to go over it, use the hashtag clip it, Chad, to get that one into the system. He's got a spreadsheet and everything now.
But either way, G2's still plenty of cash. Nuki's getting aggressive with this orb. Oh, he's been spotted. How does he get away with that kill? Sitting in front of the Molotov as well, and he finds another. This is pretty mental. Definitely shouldn't have been allowed by G2. They try and chase him down with a molly down on the corner, but it was too deep, and Nuki was not cut off. He will be looking to cut off Kenny, though, in middle. Trying to find a pick towards the CT spawn. This angle favorable for CTs here, because he can see Kenny's legs before they appear. If he stays passive, that being said, he's not. And he has locked Kenny in the corner. Oh, Cyclops mode activated, and he will cross mid to his death. Nexa putting in the final bullet that Nuki needed. 2-on-4 here for G2. Where do you even go from here?
Well, believing that this A site might hold some promise, G2 back at it again with the A play. And these 2v4s, you know, while it doesn't feel likely, G2 always seem able to make these rounds feel possible. Amanek is in CT, Angel is aware of that, but Amanek fully blind, still gonna get him. And now down in the pit, Flaric is there, shots rain through the smoke, so Amanek actually can't get out of this position. Instead, he'll go fight CT, and Crush going down as well. Nexa in the bomb site, spots the man down in pit, and now, if he can win the fight on a Scooby, this is very, very doable for G2. Flaric alone, and all of his teammates have been stripped away from him. He's got to try and find the clutch. 1v2, bomb half ticked, and a nice flick down to Amanek. Just Nexa, who's hidden in the site, and Flaric is not ready for that. Anticipating that he's fallen off to short. Celebration for Nexa, and justifiably so. What a round. I mean, they're so good in these 2vx's. Yeah. G2. They really do put the 2 back in G2, man.
2v4 there on that A site. What a play. Getting Amanek into CT, and then the balls to just flash through a smoke, knowing, you know, if I'm going to win this round, I have to take the advantage back. I can't let HellRaisers be set up for a retake in a 3-on-2, and forcing a kill down off of that B rotation. Again, aggression up on Catwalk. Angel gets past the molly, much like Nuki did in the previous round, but Kenny's watching for it, and he will let no one pass in middle. Orp on long, Nuki put down low. He goes to the repeat. That could have cost him with a nade just flying in, but he gets out in time. Nexa doesn't want to commit to long off the back of it, knowing there's an Orp in play. And in the meantime, HellRaisers realizing the pressure's on. They need to make a play, so towards B, they decide to get aggressive. Amanek's here watching for the push, and he spotted it as well. Doesn't even need to fight, just the info there for G2. HellRaisers getting in through the spawn. Crush. If he runs now, he could, you know, really throw a spanner in the works of this round, but you can see Nex is actually watching for this right now. He's outside of long. So, you know, while he's holding for the long push, if Crush comes through T-spawn, that's going to be spotted. We'll see how long that stays there, though, because he has the bomb. Nuki up on Cat, getting forced off with the flash. 20 HP as well. Crush just a little late to the party here. Nex has gone out with the bomb, so he won't be able to stop this. And he's going to flank long. The worst part about that is there's no one there for the likes of G2. Reconsidering now running up mid, and Amanek is down lower. Oh, the timing is everything. Crush is so close to seeing this kill. Jack's getting an entry onto Flaric in the meantime, and Crush has been spotted, but he finds a frag. Still winnable here for HellRaisers if Nuki hits more shots like that. Jax has been killed on the cross, and this bomb plant is coming in.
Oh, but a good flashbang. Crush can't capitalize, and Kenny certainly can. Oh, the kills come in. Nuki's back with the return, and it's Orp on Orp. Clash of the Titans. Nuki versus Kenny S. Kenny down towards Elevator. Nuki has to elevate the pace if he wants to get back into this one, and he's adamant that Kenny is going to take this peak, and he was right in that fact, but not from where he was looking. Kenny now just backs away, and the round is done. G2 6-6, 3 kills for Kenny S. That Orp is coming alive on the T side.
That went back and forth so many times, Harry. For 1 second, it looks like G2 have it in lock. Then suddenly the kills from Nuki come through. The flank on Crush is successful to take down the mid lurk, and somehow G2 even get away with that round at the end of it. Really nice flank from Crush. He got so much info for HellRaisers, but it's not enough to win in the round. Missed shots on short. Crush needed 2 kills there, but Kenny gets a double instead. And it's G2 putting up the numbers. 6-6 now. No longer in the favor of HellRaisers. They had a 6-1 scoreline, remember. Kenny Keen down mid once again. Nuki's being boosted for the catwalk play, and Jax might be ready for this, but a missed shot, and you can't afford to miss those because Jax will find you immediately. G2, they've taken out the only real weapon that HellRaisers have to play. SMG on Crush and Deegs on the rest of them. Angel with the 5-7 in middle, but this tunnel's push is going to get rumbled. Crush has been spotted on long. Amanek deals to Stagooby getting aggressive towards B, and it's just an aim map right now for G2, winning all the gunfights. Angel, you missed a couple of shots of that 5-7. It can go a bit skew-if, and the entire round will go skew-if for HellRaisers. 0 kills. Confident one from G2 to take the lead back.
And we need to see HellRaisers do something about this mid to catwalk aggression, because round after round, G2 are not only finding man advantages from the catwalk, but then we see they follow it up with this incredibly strong A-site execute. And they've just been winning rounds on the back of that constantly. Double AWPs bought in for HellRaisers. Maybe this could be the turning point here for this squad. Nuki flashed out of mid, denied that peak. Players getting up onto the Xbox, and the flashbangs are perfect. That's gotten 2 players into cat, and they've completely dodged this change that HellRaisers try to throw in. It gets even better, though, for G2 fans around the world, because Kenny has shut down the AWP down in middle. And so now they sit 5-on-4 once again.
And that kill has forced Angel out of the A site. He's now got to go back to mid/B. Especially with Jax throwing all these nades through the B tunnels, keeping HellRaisers stuck on this side of the map. Now they're now split 2-2, and that's all G2 want, because they have 5 players ready to hit this A site. Jax could lurk around mid, but Angel misses a shot. Allows Jax to get up cat. This info is here for HellRaisers. They're going to fully rotate. They know it's an A play. There's no doubt about it. Crush, ooh, he's reconsidering, and that could be everything here, because G2 setting up the smoke, setting up the flashbangs. Nades going in now. Here's that rotate. Angel has come here in time for HellRaisers, but G2 are already wrapping the corner. Smoke to cut off Scooby. He has no line of sight right there. I love that smoke from G2. Kenny getting dinked. Angel returning some damage. Hunter with the plant, and Scooby getting caught running away. Angel just going to get finished off here. Already low. Jax is on a tear. The flank out long from Nexa, and it doesn't really get much better than this when it comes to an A-side execute from G2.
And this is one I've got to throw a question the way of Chad Sponge Birchall. I got to throw him under the bus. He's here. He's ready to get on the mic. I'm wondering, Chad, what can you do to try and thwart this mid play that the side of G2 are throwing in right now if you're HellRaisers?
There's a lot of options here. The biggest problem that they're having is because they're taking cat control so quickly off the proficiency of Kenny's AWP, the fact they have to be scared and respect it, they have to use a lot of utility early, which means once we have these late round executes, they have nothing to retake with, they have nothing to defend with. The only way you can deal with this is maybe try and get a couple of players boosted up catwalk, have some flashes over mid and take the fight to them, and stop them from just bullying their way through middle, because time and time again, they're just making their way to Xbox within the first 15 seconds of the round.
Let's keep our eyes peeled. Let's see if something like that comes in. Because that's the thing, you think about it, whenever they've thrown these mid boosts up and over onto the catwalk, it's always been just one man, whether that's been the AWP on Nuki, whether that's been Angel trying to get aggressive towards this side of the map. I would love to see a few more players boosted. And Chad, they must have listened to your every word, because they've thrown 2 players up onto this boost, Flarich and Nuki. Let's see if this gives them the results that they would like. G2, by the way, for round 15, they're throwing in a special. They're not going to catwalk. They're not going to A. They're mixing this one up with the fast B play. Crush and Scooby, do they have what it takes to hold this one back?
Oh, immediate entry. Crush in the corner. He only gets 1 kill from it. And G2, they're all over this one. Nex is lurked out in middle, and he's found a double as well. Worth noting, that was a first round. G2 threw a Xbox smoke as well to fake out that play. That kept both those cat players in position while G2 could set up for the instant B B rush, and boy, does it work out. 9 rounds at the end of the half. The 6-1 that HellRaisers initially had is swept under the rug, and G2, they're looking for the 2-0 right now. Malik looks happy as anything. Let's see if they can keep it up as they move over to the CT side. Join us after the break for the second half.
Chasing all my dreams now lately. No matter if I try too hard, nothing's ever enough, baby. No, I don't care too much. I don't care too much. As long as I can keep you by my side. I don't care too much. We got time, no rush. In your eyes, I always see there is something meant for me. Different.
G2-0 may be their name after this best of 3 as they look to take this series in a quick one as we move over to Dust2. 9-6.5. They have a phenomenal T-side considering the start for HellRaisers initially, and now it is all to play for HellRaisers, who have their backs up against the wall. A pistol win would ease the tension as they head over to the terrorist half.
Yeah, considering that was, what, 6-1 in favor of G2, and then they go on an 8-round streak to win out the half. Things look insane for the G2 squad. And now HellRaisers moving into the T half. One thing that worries me a bit is, you know, we've seen Amanek and Kenny starting to find their footing a hell of a lot more. And that makes that double AWP potential a much realer, a much more terrifying prospect here for the HellRaisers squad. They group up outside of the tunnels in this round. And this has got to be the B commitment. Hunter, he's in this little angle. Can't get headshot from it. It's a bit gross, but he'll throw it in.
I I'm surprised HellRaisers bail. They get smoked off when they throw their outer smoke, but they just stop. And, you know, in some ways it could be viewed as a fake because they have more utility, they have another smoke, but at the same time they could have committed behind that without a problem. They've got to do it now, no question about it. As G2, they should be ready for this. They haven't decided to pull any rotations off the back of no one actually entering B. Flash is there on both sides. Hunter's blind, Crush closing the distance, spamming away. Hunter, fair enough, he gets a kill there, considering how pressured he was by the HellRaisers tees. Amanek now trying to hold the line. He's had to give up B though. Kit on Nexa on rotation, and G2 going to try and get back through the doors, but HellRaisers, 4 players taking over the B-bomb site. Such a hard round for G2 to get into.
Yeah, they've only seen 3 of them. They're still worried about this mid-wrap. You can see Nexa's got his eye on it. Now they're going to spot this 4th man in just a moment. Jax seen Angel backing out of the tunnels, flashbang throwing in from Nexa, and that allows this peek. Amanek getting to Flarich, the only thing that stands between G2 and a 10th round, and he can't stand the test of time. So G2, they're able to retake that B site in a 4-on-4. They only lose 1 player in doing that, and that's now them 10-6 up, positioning themselves to get off to a great start here in the second half of Dust.
We had so much utility on that CT side, and you know, I like that for Dust2, especially when the B site is so hard to get back into. They had like 3 flashes in the retake. You know, you typically only see maybe 1 CT buy up, you know, a kit smoke or a kit double flash, but right there they had 2 full utility players, so that really eases up a lot of the pressure for G2. You know, good flashes back into the site. HellRaisers not winning any of their duels, and this is it, 10-6. Do or die for HellRaisers. They've got to find something with such a disadvantage. They're on the force. Bomb plant does enable the AK, but, you know, considering how many times we see 3 Kriegs in this round, this buy isn't fantastic. Angel getting spammed. He's down to 10. Flarich really has to pick up this round for HellRaisers. Nuki's on the scout armor at the very least as these Ts take their way towards long. Short, rather. Can he get spotted getting into that cubby? See the flash hit him behind the palm tree. No time to react for HellRaisers. Now he can get a chance to reposition. They do have a Molotov on Crush up on Cat to throw into this position, but it goes both ways. Molly right back up on short. That'll be a problem for Crush. He's got to fall off.
If you're HellRaisers, though, you've done a stellar job of whittling away at this CT side utility. Now getting in their little bit that they've got. That Molotov gonna deny any presence of players towards Goose. Angel landing a cracking dig there onto Kenny. Oh, following up, but here's Nexa in with the repeat. Gotta get these shots off in time. And last bullet left in the magazine. He'll get rid of Nuki. Scooby trading this out. Is he ready for the other man over at ramp? It doesn't seem like it. Flarich, this hero AK, now more than ever, has to come into its own, and he can't find that kill. G2, they win that round 11-6. That was the 4 spy from HellRaisers, so a 12-6 very much on the cards for G2 before that buy comes in.
I'm not a huge fan of play there from HellRaisers. They have 1 AK in that round, and they leave that to hold the long doors and then come in late in the 1-on-2. Yes, of course, if HellRaisers get a bomb plant and Flarich is still on short, that's fantastic, that's amazing, but you can't assume you're going to get a bomb plant when you're running into A with 3 pistols and a scout. If Flarich is coming in 2nd or 3rd place, there's a chance he can trade out some kills and open up the round for HellRaisers, but instead he's left in almost undoable 1-on-2. This round is just pistols, and G2 are making quick work of them. Slaughter in the tunnels. Hunter, low HP, low ammo, but it's not going to stop him. Yuki spotting the players in middle as well. Kenny S bailing, and Jax, he's just finished off the round. Nice little one-tap. What has this man been doing in the 24 hours it's been since he, quote-unquote, wasn't comfortable with his own game? He's just turned it on its head, Harry. Nice double nade at the top of the mid here as well. It's not even a double nade, it's just a spam with a grenade. Look at this. Boop.
G2 running the bonus here into round number 19. And the AWP in the hands of Nuki. No such threat from G2.
No.
Yeah, no, that's not a fight that Hunter should have won, ever. But he has. Of course he has. And now 2 players trying to contend this long area. That nade's going to find great damage onto Nuki. And that's the AWP that's been waiting at long all round to try and find an opener, just thwarted by that utility usage. Now they turn their attention towards the catwalk. One thing that could go HR's way is that there's only one man here holding for this cat push. Now, he's got some help available from Jax and Nexa, but both of them are pretty committed to long right now. Best case scenario is here for Kenny is, you know, maybe getting 1 kill and then just falling away from this side of the map and playing this in the retake. He's looking for damage. Molotov's going to go in just to delay this even more. HellRaisers, they've at least got the bomb site, and they should be able to get the bomb plant as a lock-in. Having to play this 4-on-5 in the post plant.
Just enough time to get that bomb down. No utility. Weird car smoke from HellRaisers. I assume that was a missed one. They have one on the site to at least block off that AWP and finding a pick onto default. Now Jax is coming up from catwalk, but anti-flash position from Scooby. And Crush is the first line of defense. Nexa opening up. This could force players from HellRaisers away from Cat, giving Jack room to move, but dink from the teammate. Crush gets a kill anyway, and he's down low. Flourish on the site with a massive frag, but Kenny coming in with the scout and fast with that as well. Crush now alone, 9 HP, 1-on-3. They're on the bomb, and they've already found the kill. 13 rounds for G2. Open plant will not save the day there for the likes of the HellRaisers roster.
If you were paying attention during the death segment, I spoke about G2 being fantastic at playing that retake A bomb site. What you saw there, what we didn't actually capture, Kurt, was how thorough they were at clearing out that bedroom area, making sure there's no Ts lurking for that late, long position. That allows them just to focus on the bomb site and catwalk, as they have players coming up through CT, long, and short. Everywhere's covered, and the Ts are pincered on in. Things aren't looking good for HellRaisers now, boys. Back to the cast.
Thank you very much, Chad. I love having your little inputs every now and then. Might need to get you a permanent mic. Oh, you just take off Harry's headset. That'd be fine.
It works.
Oh, ballsy play. I mean, this is a 13-6 play from Angel running through the Molotov, and it works out. HellRaisers trading for kills in their favor. 4-on-2 here as the site is given up, but the Molotov does find Flourish at the end of the day. Crush should have this kill, but a missed shot will cost him his life as Jax gets back in with another. Kenny's on the AWP. Is it tempting for the retake, though, with Jax so low? G2 certainly seem interested.
I mean, G2, it's in the name, it's their lifeblood. They love these 2vx's. But this one, that bomb half ticked and Jack's already tagged up. This one might be a write-off, and it certainly looks like it. They bail out, they're happy with the little bit of damage they're able to get away with. That fast B play from HellRaisers does do the job of catching G2 off guard. An ever-present reminder that you can't get too complacent here if you're the G2 squad.
Yeah. Although that was just an absolutely mad play that you can't really do again. Angel ran through a fully lit Molotov and lost almost all of his health. He gets a kill, he gets traded immediately, but that just gives the room for the Ts to explode on that B bomb site. Another fight being won in mid at the same time as well to open up. Not something you can really repeat round after round. G2 are going to be a little more on their toes moving forward for those faster ballsy plays from HellRaisers. But a round is a round, and they've got them one on this T side. Sometimes that's all it takes, Harry, just to get yourself on the board. Crush getting past the Molotov here on the A side of things. He's going to go through that long smoke. Flashes over the top, but G2 have already backed off. The grenade going too deep to find damage. And HellRaisers will just hold on to this long position.
Yeah, all this utility, all the shots. I'll telegraph that to G2, however. And the response, they start to creep up into top mid from catwalk. Ooh. Jax is leading this little miniature conga line of half-sized men up towards top mid. And Angel, there's no way he's going to be ready for this, surely.
Not 2 players.
There's the first. Nexa, oh, missing those shots, and it will get traded. Kept even by Angel, leading by example in this round. A slowdown from HellRaisers, trying to get some information as to where these 3 remaining players reside for G2. Hunter needs this kill, and with that one not coming in, Flourish even dropping Kenny. What a shot from him. That's all the way from top mid, by the way, over towards Suicide. Flarich drops Kenny on the cross. So now Amanek 1-on-3, throws the AWPs out of the map. At least one of them. And he'll look to hold on to this one, perhaps.
Yeah, back-to-back rounds for HellRaisers. Not sleeping at the wheel here, not giving up before the game is over. This will be an 8th, and G2 money is going to start to be a bit of a problem here on the CT side. AWP save will make all the difference for Amanek if he's able to get away with it, because you can see Angel is already creeping in through CT. Going for a bit of a hunt. No flashes to get him into this position. He just picked up a Molotov. Oh, that is perfect. The one position that Amanek is in. And the molly is good, but the kill comes through. Amanek smoking it, and he will get away with 14 points of health. No one here to capitalize on that low HP, luckily enough.
That kill from Crush is really the thing that set. I mean, obviously Angel dealing with the top mid aggression is massive as well, but
that was in the 3-on-3.
Yeah, the smaller little tidbit is Crush getting the kill onto Hunter, the one man that was at that A site. And that was what led Kenny to just have to choose. You know, does he keep taking these engagements in top mid, or does he focus on the players crossing it long? And ultimately, it all falls apart after that.
Yeah, the second Kenny turns away from mid is when Flarich activates, right? Flarich was coming in through Suicide, and there was another T, I think it was Angel, at the top of Palm Tree, sorry. Kenny mollies that position, then he goes to fight long, and that's when Flarich from Suicide, who'd never been spotted in that position, gets away with a frag. Kenny, he was exposed to it only because he didn't know it was a threat. And now, well, threatening is HellRaisers. 2 rounds on the T side. G2's economy brought to their knees. Kenny has an AWP. That's it. That's all they've got to play with. Obviously, Amanek saved with armor. He's got a CZ behind that and a couple more pistols here for G2. Heavy B-side stack as well. Big gamble, but you can afford to do that in these kind of rounds. And with no one going there for HellRaisers, G2, they are going to get aggressive.
This angle, though, Kenny, will he be ready for it? You're happy with how deep they've got. He'll send Amanek in to act as the bait to this switch. Scooby just goes off the angle. Kenny sees him, and a nice shot there to find the advantage for G2. They spot the AWP going aggressive, and this might now spur HellRaisers on towards this A side of the map. That AK can be retrieved as well. Rifles now getting picked up. And 3 players, 4 players over here towards A for G2. They quickly try and get them up into the site, but it's going to be close. It's down to the wire. Angel in with 1. Amanek's gone as well. And that boost now seems like a pretty dire idea. They try and get these players out of there. It will be the 9th round for HellRaisers, as it looks like the save call comes through for Kenny at least.
Yeah, 2 or 3 seconds earlier, and G2 might even win that round. They were getting a player into Gandalf. They were trying to hide someone default, get Kenny up on the site with the AWP. That could have been a stellar hold, but G2 so focused on getting in position, they didn't realize that HellRaisers were already on the ramp with those smokes. Jax has been a pleasure to watch today, and he's looking for exits, but unfortunately for him, HellRaisers have already crossed back towards long. Angel jiggling, but not giving away a kill. This is starting to get interesting now. We still need another rifle round from G2 to really identify if this is actually going to happen for HellRaisers. But no time like the present. 3 rounds in a row. And G2, who did get away saving that AWP, are going to be able to buy around it.
Yeah, we won't see that double AWP making a return. Would have had to have been glass carded. Kenny, offset by the pace of Scooby, somehow gets away. Not a kill. Oh, sorry, not a kill that should have eluded the side of HellRaisers. Kenny is feeling very, very fortunate that his life has been spared. However, this is looking like a mid to B, and with G2 having 4 players stacked over towards that A bomb site, this B side of the map is only held down by 1 man. Lots of damage getting found on the back of this utility. At least Hunter's Molotov has kept this one even. And now with Jax going aggressive through these long doors, he'll make the call that this side of the map is clear. Amanek, he's received word of the coming storm that's looking to breeze towards this B bomb site. However, he's done a stellar job of staying alive, and he hasn't faltered. He's held his own at the B site, helped out with these players in middle, and this leaves Angel in the clutch. While he does get the first, it is at a heavy, heavy cost, and this bomb's still down in mid. Kenny's not missing a beat, and it's a team ace there for G2. Everyone stepping up, everyone pulling their weight. A 14th round now locked in.
What a disaster up on short as well. I think that was Scooby trying to hunt down Kenny. Just a miss spray. Kenny is staying so mobile with that AWP. I honestly thought there was no point Kenny even backing off. He should have just like gone straight back in for a no-scope. But hell, anything is possible in Counter-Strike, and Kenny proves that. Surviving and securing a 14th round. G2 just 2 away from this victory here in the series. Kenny's up on catwalk again, pushed all the way in towards the mid-peak. This AWP is coming through though. Nuki jumping, and Kenny was there 5-10 seconds earlier, so ready for that position to be taken. Done his homework. Nuki, that's the first time he's had the AWP in a few rounds, and immediately ripped apart. Oh, this is a savage setup on B as well, with Amanek and Hunter both playing different levels of elevation, but all holding the same angle. Molly into B to keep Angel out, but he's only trying to fake it while HellRaisers hold a default on every position in the map.
Yeah, this bomb is still back outside of B. And so I'm imagining that's where this play maybe looks to come in. Or you can have Angel just back off and retrieve that and rejoin the rest of the guys. Ooh. Kenny always keeping HellRaisers guessing as to where this AWP might be. Angel spotted and now dealt with. And this round for HellRaisers, they put everything into it, up against the 9-14 scoreline. A loss in this one. After winning a few prior, they whittle down their loss bonus, right? So this bye in the next round, if they lose it up against map and series point, would not look great. A bomb plant here would be so valuable for HellRaisers. 20 seconds left, and so they're going to try and make this B play happen. No. But that smoke makes this now feel disastrous, and it's into the maws of the beast they go. Hunter and Amanek hold their own at B. Map series point for G2 as they're about to take this one 2-0. Unless HellRaisers can throw up some major resistance on the back of this force buy.
Looking easier said than done at this point, Harry. A couple of rounds taken from HellRaisers on this T side, but now at this point, as you say, with the money being broken, there's no way back in. And I think HellRaisers are starting to realize that in this tactical pause as well. Valiant effort, but G2, they're at least looking a lot better, you know, as a team today than they did yesterday. Yesterday was a very scrappy matchup versus Wendigo. A lot of just extremely fast rounds back on that second half of Nuke, but G2 playing off of each other far better. We're seeing cool setups on the B-bomb site. Kenny's just freestyling and going all around the map. And I think that's what I like most about this new G2 roster. Next is just giving him the room to, you know, go and do whatever the hell he wants. And that's what I want Kenny to do. Be free. And free he shall be, but HellRaisers, nothing in this round. AK and a scout. This is looking like a second round buy after they lost the pistol and got a bomb plant. They have a little more utility at least to work with, but that's a small consolation in an otherwise grim reality. Triple B setup for G2 with one of those players watching for the mid walk-up. That's Nexa, expecting a mid to B play. HellRaisers could fall back into that, but right now they're on 5 players up on Cat. This is a good setup considering G2 have not many players here. Kenny, he's got to hold the line alone. No one on the site. Flash and drop into CT. Kenny, I don't know if he caught that before the flash blew. Pretty common play, but he's going to get hunted down this time. Jax firing off from the pit with 1, but it's after Crush gets a kill with a Mac-10 from range. Bomb plant coming in for HellRaisers, and control towards CT somewhat from Scooby means that this retake is going to be hard.
Oh, and this scout even painting Jax up with damage down in the pit. HellRaisers trying to fall back up onto short. This Mac-10 is effective at these closer ranges. How are they going to get Scooby out? Well, he comes to them. So that's how they deal with that man. Nuki now trying to get out of the bomb site. Angel on this wrap through mid. Damage found. Flaric there to help. Jax knows he's got a one-on-one temporarily. And if he gets his kill, he can stick the defuse. Tapping on the bomb. Flaric has got to move on. He's sticking it. Flaric in with the kill. And the round goes the way of HellRaisers. Narrowly so. A 10th on the board. And so close there. From Jax, he tries to play the timing game, and he's off by about half a second. Flaric had his running shoes on and was more than ready for that, however. And now a tactical pause for HellRaisers.
Yeah,
10-15, 5 rounds between them and G2. It's not impossible.
Yeah, back-to-back pauses from HellRaisers, and screw it, at this point, when you're up against series point, you know, may as well get all of them. Use them all. Make sure you you have each round taken, well, round by round, I guess is the best way of looking at it. And that's a hugely profitable one as well. Yes, okay, only one player survives, that's Flaric, but HellRaisers at least getting the win bonus as opposed to that measly loss, which they have been all over in the second half. G2, things are still looking fine. It's not a worry. We're getting close rounds at least. Both these rounds from HellRaisers have come down to 1vx's. Yuki's on the scout, so not exactly rich are these Ts, but Kenny S has an AWP and full rifles for the side of G2. HellRaisers taking Cat as easily as G2 did in that first half. We're seeing the same setup from G2 though, 3 towards B, expecting a mid to B play. Does Kenny expect 2 players this deep up? Cat, well, a jump will give away a bit of damage, but this time Kenny, he gets away again. How on earth is he surviving these plays? In the open, back to the site with 8 points of health. Jax gets a kill to defend him. These 2 players playing off each other so well. One smoke for HellRaisers. That will go in towards CT, and now they can set up for this mid to B that G2 have been waiting for all round long.
Oh, immediately dropped there by Flaric on the entry. Hunter, though, they're not ready for him. And Amanex helped out. This has all gone down the toilet for HellRaisers. It was looking so good, but it's been snatched away. And G2, they'll take this series 2-0. They continue looking dominant here in the ESL Pro League Season 10.